So I just picked up this early to mid 80s Sylvania TV. It's got a 19-inch screen. Got it for about 10 bucks at the local antique mall. I carried it all the way home. Originally, I was going to just, ask if I was allowed to turn it around and see the specs on the back. But what really caught me is that, it had a giant piece of paper across the screen that said, TV does not work for display purposes only, or repair. I'll throw a picture up of that eventually. So, for only 10 bucks, I was like, why not? Might have been a bit more than 10. I don't know. I didn't really care to look. So I carried it all the way home, and I get home and I turn it on. Well, it fires right out. It does take a little bit. And it is a little dim. There we go. All those potentiometers need to be reflowed. If I play my VCR on it, it does play. And if I jiggle the knob a little bit, it gets to be a somewhat watchable level of brightness at some point. It's got a couple faults. That there with the green, I'm gonna reflow most of the parts that use color or that have anything to do with the color modulation stuff. See if I can fix that. Other than that, it's pretty damn solid. If I hit recall up here, it turns on the clock. And obviously, if I turn it off, the clock stays on. It is RF only. It has one F connector on the back and then 2 VHF screws. Of course, nothing is going to be found with this antenna. It is just on here because I think it looks cool. It's not even plugged in at all. It's not plugged in. So, I don't know what year this thing's from. There's no manufacturer date anywhere on the inside or on the outside. I've looked. There's nothing. I'm thinking the oldest this could possibly be is like late 70s. But I really don't know. There is a remote that I can get for it that I would like to find on eBay probably. What I think is cool about this thing, I pressed the channel up and I'm like, oh, it must just be... Oh, I found a different channel that the VCR is modulating on. So I was like, oh, it must be sticky. But no, it looks for channels and it'll stop when it finds one, which I thought was pretty damn cool. So if I go down from 11, it locks into 4 now. And then, there's also a timer on here, which I don't know what that does. There's auto tuning, and then master power switch, just right there. So now turning on does nothing. This was pushed in, like, it wasn't like, oh, we just sold a perfectly fine TV because we didn't fucking check the master power switch. So now the clock has reset. Also has reset. And it's blue right now. Oh, it's very blue. Hello there. No, that doesn't seem to work at the moment. There we go. It's back to normal. So, this tint down here does absolutely nothing. Color does absolutely nothing. Totally out of circuit. Contrast does. Originally, the contrast was all the way up because the brightness knob was stuck. But now that it's not stuck, it doesn't need to be all the way up. This actually is a very decent picture when it's not completely spazzing out. The V-hold knob is totally seized. This one, that one, and that one were completely stuck. This one's still pretty hard to spin, even though it does nothing. At the moment, anyway. So this is just me fiddling with the brightness knob because it's very hard to get at a decent brightness. It's also blue shifted at the moment, which doesn't really look the worst. But yeah, pretty cool find for 10 bucks. There were two others there. There's a Magnavox and a Sony, both from 1995 for $38 each. And this one was 10, so I think it's a pretty good deal. That's about it.